Hi everyone. For this Gateway Academy tutorial, I wanted to share a little bit about asking questions through an option found under Google Classroom's Classwork feature. So here we are once again, our sample class as our sample teacher. And if we were clicking on the Classworks tab, you'll notice that with the Create button, there's a question option. This does exactly what you think it would do, which is asking questions to your students. Now, this question can be asked in the form of a short answer or a multiple choice style question, and of course can be graded or ungraded. Okay. My suggestion for using this question feature is to use it even during, before, or even after class to really get a gauge on the student's understanding of something that you guys talked about, or just to use it for fun questions to really get the class a little bit more engaged with the class in general. So what we're going to do as a sample question is we're going to go ahead and ask a question just for fun. And I'll go ahead and show you what the student's view of this looks like as well. For asking the question itself, I'm going to go ahead and back out here because I have a draft made under the classwork here. How was your weekend? I go ahead and edit this. Here's a question. How was your weekend? Please answer in at least 2 complete sentences. So once again, I'm going to choose all my students, make it ungraded. Don't not put a due date since it's not as important. The topic was classwork, and I'm going to go ahead and check this button here that says students can reply to each other so that other students can look at each other's answers and make comments if needed. Let's go ahead and ask the question. Once the question has been asked, you'll notice that I can click on it to see what the question was, and I can see how many people turned it in versus how many people I assigned it to, as always. If I want to edit it, I can click on the 3 buttons here and edit this as needed. Now let's take a look at what the student's view of this exact same thing looks like. So in the student's view, you'll notice here that the teacher, Brian Yang, has posted a new question. How was your weekend? As a student, if I were to click on this button, the question here shows up. One confusing thing that you should go ahead and remind your students is down here, even though this looks like where the answer belongs, this is actually the class comments. This is adding comments to each other's answers. My answer has to actually be placed over here on the right. Now I'm going to go ahead and paste my answer, which I had saved ahead of time, and go ahead and turn this in. Once turned in, you'll notice that for the student, it says turned in the corner, and I can even see classmates' answers if needed, or reply and make other comments as needed. One thing that I would like to note is there is a private comment section here, and what this does is allows me to ask the teacher a private question in case something about this was misunderstood, or in case I wanted to ask the teacher or tell them something that I didn't want anyone else to see. So let's go back to the teacher's point of view now. Here we are back at the teacher's point of view, and if you notice here, the work right here, classwork, 1 was turned in and 0 of them are assigned now. So I'm going to go ahead and view the question, and by clicking on the student's name, I can see their actual response, or by clicking on all students, I can see all their responses right here. So once again, feel free to use the questions options as needed, but I really suggest using it just to get the students a little bit more involved. It takes them a little bit more energy to do this, and so the hope is to get them more engaged in the classes.